Hi everybody, it's Stefan Joubert from the Stefan Joubert Guitar Academy. In this video I'm going to speak to you about the 5 crucial steps of learning to practice, or the 5 crucial steps of practicing. And in fact we're going to continue upon the series that we've done last time. In the last series we spoke about the importance of planning, of having a notebook where you plan your year out, or then after that the quarterly times, and then the monthlies, and then the daily, where you daily plan your practice sessions and improve on a daily basis. But today we're specifically going to speak about working on the weak areas of your guitar playing. Because you must understand that along with good education, I would say that this is probably the most important thing you can do. And that is to work on the weak parts of your playing. Because, you know, when we learn how to play the guitar as an adult, oftentimes we're in the game to strum some chords, to have fun, to play a few licks, to play a few lines, and we want to do it as a pleasurable activity, which is totally understandable. But at the same time, we want to become good at playing the instrument. So what typically happens in a practice session is an adult would start and would pick up the guitar, do a few of the exercises provided, maybe some chromatic scales, maybe some picking exercises, maybe some hand synchronization or some sort of technical exercises. But quickly after a short while, the individual would then revert back to playing what they know, revert back to playing what they're already good at playing. And I totally get it, because when you have limited time with the instrument, you want to spend time with the thing that you love, which is the guitar, and you want to become really, really good at playing the guitar. And one of the ways that you think is the right way to become good is just to end up playing the instrument, which in a sense will help you. But remember, you cannot make any progress without a certain amount of effort. So stagnation will occur if you just kind of play the guitar. We all know of guitarists who've been playing for 20 years. They might play in the local church band, or they might play in your local pub, and they've been strumming the guitar, strumming chords for the last 18 years, but they've never really gone beyond strumming the basic open chords, maybe with a capo. They move things around, maybe a few bar chords, etc. The reason why they're not getting better, even though they've been playing for 18 or 20 or 30 years, is because they are not working on their playing. So that is the most important part of your guitar journey, is your daily practice plan and then working on the weak parts. Let me make this pertinent. Let's talk about something that we can all understand. So let us take the guitar solo to Sweet Child of Mine, and let's say that you're working on that solo and you've got most of the parts down. You're doing the bends well, you're doing the vibratos very nicely. You're really, let's say in your practice session, you put the backing track on and you're playing with it, and everything is just sounding hunky-dory and you're enjoying it. Then comes the fast semi-quaver run, where Slash moves up the harmonic minor scale, the E harmonic minor scale, and in that part, you kind of totally mess it up. I mean, you get some parts of it, but most of it you kind of, you know, go faffing about and you don't really get it together. And what do you do then? You think, okay, well, let's restart again and we will see what happens when we get to that section again. But at least we get to do all the nice vibratos, we get to do all the nice bends, etc., etc. So you see, then you get into an endless cycle where you slowly improve that solo. The right thing to do would be have that part of your daily practice routine. You say, between this time and this time, I'm working on the Slash solo. I'm specifically working on the semi-quaver bit, and I'm working on a way to synchronize the two hands, and I'm practicing it slowly with a metronome. My first goal is to be able to play it slowly with a metronome until I can play it comfortably. Then you may have further goals, such as I'm going to only play the right hand part of that fast bit without working on the left hand part at a slow pace on the metronome, without any help from the left hand. So basically memorize the right hand. You'll be surprised, almost no guitarist or most guitarists that I know will not do that because it's too much work. But you can make fantastic progress just doing that. Then the other thing is just working on the left hand without caring about a sound or not a sound, just putting the notes where it should go. And once again, most guitarists don't want to do that because they can't hear the sound. But if you do that sort of effort and you do it slowly and then you put it together, and then you even practice with a clean tone, the fast bit, and alternate between clean and distortion, and you work it over a period of time, then you will see drastic progress on that little part of your playing. So I would say, alongside with proper education, working on the weak parts during your practice session for most of the time, it is the most important thing. Because you have a limited amount of time that you can practice. Sure, there are times when you should just have a bit of fun with the instrument. There are times when you have to jam with friends or just put a backing track on and have a good time, turn the amplifier way up and just act like you're a rock star, just play the guitar and just jam. That's all part of growing. But if you really want to make great, solid, lasting progress, you need to have the discipline to say, I need to work on this spot, and this spot. It could be something like, what is this note over here? If you can't answer any note on the guitar neck, what it is, that means that's a weakness. You need to then think, okay, what methodology am I going to use to get to know those notes so that I can give them in an instant? So it's all about working on the weak parts, also surely working on the other parts too, but during your, let's call it military style practice plan, working on the parts that really need work. And I would say 80% of the time or 70% of the time, work with a type of military-like structure. The other 20 to 30% of the time, you can have fun with the instrument. So I'm all for exploring the instrument, having fun, going for things, but you also need to work on the difficult bits, because if you don't work on the difficult bits, you won't see progress. So I think that's enough for this video. Basically, I just want to leave you with this. Of course, students who study with me, I go into depth with them on what to do, etc. I'm not going to go into too much depth into your situation, because everybody is in a different situation. Some people struggle to play a bar chord properly. For other people, they're struggling to play semiquavers at 150 beats per minute. It depends of your current situation. Some people struggle with bends. Some people struggle with maybe some people are really good at lead, but they're really bad at rhythm. So there's so many different avenues. So I can't give you specific advice on this video for your situation, but the overall principle will definitely apply. So take this to heart, try this at your next practice session, and do it for a period of 3 months. Don't try to measure the progress every single day. Look, just let 2 weeks pass and see what happens. Let 2 weeks pass, see what happens. After a few, like 2, 3, 4 series of 2 weeks, you're going to see drastic improvement in your guitar playing. And remember something, even though you may use YouTube to pick up little tips and tricks here and there, which I think is fantastic, remember nothing replaces a solid education plan when you study with an instructor, preferably on a one-to-one basis or with a solid course. And if you do that, you will make great progress, as long as you also practice well and you keep on working on your playing. Remember, there's nothing that you cannot achieve. Everything that you want to achieve is within your power. You must just believe and just go for it. So have a fantastic time, and I'll speak to you again in the next video. Bye-bye.